We now know that the difference between this switch and one that would have worked was the difference between life and death. And do you know the other difference? The other thing that we now know? That it would only cost $2.
Somebody had to proactively make sure that that part number did not change, correct?
That's why we're investigating, to learn exactly why that happened.
More hard questions for GM's leader. That was a lawmaker asking whether or not a faulty part that has led to at least 13 deaths was part of a mistake or an intentional decision. NBC's Tracy Potts has more now on the problems surrounding these hearings from Capitol Hill.
General Motors CEO Mary Barra faces more questions today in the Senate.
My sincere apologies to everyone who has been affected.
But apologies weren't enough for victims' families or for lawmakers frustrated when Barra could not explain why GM failed to replace faulty ignition switches when they first detected the problem almost a decade ago.
I cannot tell you why it took so long for a safety defect to be announced for this program, but I can tell you we will find out.
Why in the world would a company with the stellar reputation of General Motors purchase a part that did not meet its own specifications?
To give us the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
NHTSA, the government agency overseeing auto safety, says GM did not share key information.
If we had any of those pieces of information, I truly believe it would have changed the way NHTSA would have approached this.
It angers me that we had a situation that took over a decade to correct.
I worked there and I was in a high position, but I didn't really know what was going on. I mean, that's unfathomable.
Barra announced she's hired Ken Feinberg, who helped the 9/11, Gulf Oil, and Boston Marathon families to compensate GM's victims. Today, we may hear more about money.
A piece that cost pennies.
A 57-cent part that would have cost GM $100 million to fix back in 2007, now costing the company and families so much more.
GM's got 6 million cars on recall just this year, and now a company spokesman says with the latest one just this week, looks like they may not be able to fix all those cars by fall. Tracy Potts, NBC News, Washington.